goat pasture today, doing something a little different, doing a little engineering today, I guess. A little hydrological engineering, I guess is what it would be called. But anyhow, here in a day or two, we're gonna move these goats to a new pasture. And in order to do that, we're going to take them through a railroad trestle, and it's basically a big concrete culvert. And we've taken these goats through there before, but when we've done it before, it's always been dry, and the bottom of that culvert was dry. And as a lot of you probably know, goats, they hate water. They won't hardly get in it. They'll walk up and get a drink out of it, and that's about all they want to do with it. So in making this move, right now that culvert's got about 1 inch of water standing in it, the whole entire bottom of it. You know, it's roughly a 6 foot wide culvert, maybe it's 8 foot wide. And anyhow, so we've been debating about how we're going to move these goats, and we got a couple different options, but we don't really like any of them. And so we're out here today just kind of looking around, and that culvert still had water flowing through it. So it was just like, well, you know, if we could shut this flow of water off and we could dry this thing out in a day or two, and we'd be all right maybe. So we kind of got to looking just, you know, real close upstream and found a little choke point. And so we decided we'd kind of go old school on it, and we built us just a little earthen dam. And so we stopped the flow of water for now. It'll be interesting to see if we look like fools for doing something like this or not, but anyhow, if it works out, it'll be pretty nice. Dry the bottom of that culvert out in a couple days, and we'll be able to move these goats pretty easy versus some other alternatives we had to get them moved. So obviously this is a less than ideal situation. This isn't something anybody wants to be doing on a grazing operation where, you know, they've laid out some infrastructure and they're rotating through their paddocks, and you know, everything is pretty figured out, pretty laid out nicely and whatnot. But you know, some of us, you know, we live in reality, or we're just not quite there yet. We haven't got all that infrastructure done. You know, maybe we have a landscape like I do that's a lease property, and they don't have full control over the land, and so they got to improvise and do some alternative thinking sometimes. So anyhow, this is just something we tried today. I've never done anything like this. I'd rather not have to do it again, you know, ideally, but just something I thought I'd share with you guys. You got to be creative out there to solve problems and challenges as you run these livestock and graze them. You know, out on, you know, country that, you know, it's native pasture, and it's probably native pasture for a reason. It was hard to work, hard to plow, hard to drag a tractor across, and so things like this will come up sometimes. So hopefully this will just stir some creative thoughts for people, and if nothing else, get a chuckle out of it. So anyhow, we'll probably show a little bee footage or whatever of the crossing here in just a second, so you guys get an idea for how much water it's got in it right now. And then hopefully we can bring you along on the move here in a day or two, and we'll see how it works together, and if we got to go to plan B or not. So anyhow, I hope everybody's having a great day out there. Please like and subscribe these videos. It sure does help to get these videos out there to everybody else, so they can kind of get a little good out of them maybe, if people will go ahead and subscribe and like some of these. So we'd really appreciate that. And with that said, I'll sign off, and we'll talk to you guys on the next one. Bye now.